probably not my #1 exercise for the peak. I'll get to that in a second. But the Faceaway Bayesian Cable Curl is going in S tier. Of course it is. It's amazing. All right, this is a freaky looking variation on the Bayesian Cable Curl that I've been playing around with lately. I don't have a name for it yet, so I'll open it up to suggestions in the comments. The cool thing about this variation is that you actually get this 90-degree angle between the cable and your forearm while the bicep is most stretched. This means you're getting maximum tension on the biceps while they're in their most stretched position. They were a little awkward the first time I tried them, but once I figured out the right cable height, they felt fantastic. I'm honestly feeling S tier, but since I've only had them in my rotation for about a month, I don't want to overhype them too early, so I'm going to tentatively drop them back to A tier for now. You may be surprised to learn that there actually aren't any studies on whether or not cheating or strict form causes more muscle growth. I'm planning to help run that study soon, but for now, I can see the theoretical merits of both, as long as the cheating isn't too extreme. By using a little momentum to help get the weight moving, you can curl up a bit more load and then resist and control that load on the very anabolic negative phase. This might surprise some of you, but I actually think a properly executed cheat curl can be great for biceps growth and can also teach some people who might be more uptight and rigid with their form how to push themselves hard. I definitely don't think I'd recommend them for beginners, but as an experienced trainee, as long as you can control the negative and keep the cheating under control, I'd put them in the bottom of A tier. The strict curl is at the opposite end of the spectrum. Here, you maintain very strict technique by bracing against a wall with 3 points of contact: your glutes, your upper back, and your head. The theoretical upside here is that you direct all the tension coming from the bar into your biceps. Unlike with the cheat curl, there's no tension being lost to your hips or your low back. With strict curls, if you're lifting more weight or doing more reps, your biceps are getting stronger, and they're most likely getting bigger too. I suspect strict curls would be a bit better than cheat curls, but without that study, it's hard to know for sure. And honestly, I could see it going either way. So I'm gonna leave strict curls in A tier for now as well. Now, hammer curls are really interesting. By taking a neutral grip and pointing your thumb up, you take your biceps out of supination. This means the biceps probably will be less active on hammer curls than on standard curls. However, remember, there's this other big muscle that sits directly underneath the biceps called the brachialis, and the brachialis will be very active on hammer curls. That's because all it does is bend the elbow. It can't contribute to supination at all. So by performing hammer curls, you might shift some tension away from the biceps and toward the brachialis. And since the brachialis can push the biceps up more, that should enhance the appearance of bicep peak.